anything's working. So I am aware that I'm a little bit early, which is fine. So let's go out and come back in again, because as with all things, yes, it's one of those days. And I also don't know if I'm upside down or not. So let's restart. And can I get sound? And of course I'm rotated the wrong way. Why not? Every live. Orientation is locked. Rotate device back. Oh my gosh. It's fine. I'll just make those of you that are watching seasick. Hi. Hello. Welcome for joining me like 2 minutes early. Just pretend like nothing's happening. Yeah, it's going to be a normal level of chaos because once again, I can't get the orientation right. It did it for me once. Bowie, what are you doing? Where's my cat? Come here. Hello, sweetie sweets. So yeah, I'm a couple of minutes early. Nobody panic. You're not late. I'm early for once. Something is happening. I have a drink. I hope you have a drink as well. Nothing is working and everything is wrong. Okay, rotation is locked. Rotate device back. Okay, it's fine. I'm just going to make you all seasick again. There we go. Hello to my early birds. Hi. Hello to the 5 of you who are in here. We're going to wait for a few more people to come in because I know the notification's just gone out and everyone's going, oh no, what's happening? I would show you Mr. Bowie, but he's being a Bowie today. I know I'm on the side. I tried. It's been that kind of day. I have Aldi version of Coca-Cola. So, how are you? How is everyone? Hello. We're going to wait for a few more people to join because the notification should have only just gone out. And also, me going live today was a very impulsive decision because I sat there and went, I need to film a video. I have nothing prepared to film a video. Everything is chaotic in the room you're with me in now. Nothing has changed. And I was like, yeah, I need to organise myself. So I'm going to do that while I chat to you and just try and plough through the boxes of stuff that I've got. But hello, Sassy was the first one in. Hello, hello. I was then technically the second one in. If you are here, hi guys. Thanks to everyone who's just jumped in. You were not late. I was 2 minutes early because I thought that I would get everything set up, and in true technological fashion or failure, I can't get the screen to rotate. So currently I'm stuck on vertical. I set it up for horizontal. I don't know what's happened. Do we expect anything different? Does this happen every time I set up a live? Yes, it does. How are we all? 10 of you have dropped out. That was it. That was enough for people to disappear. The vertical couldn't cope. The rest of you can cope with the amount of seasickness that you're going to probably get watching me. Hello to everyone who has trickled in. If you are here lurking and I'm keeping you company from one lurker to another, welcome. You do not have to say a single thing, but just know that I appreciate you. To everyone else, if you are wanting to chat, pop yourself up in the chat. I've got my computer off screen here so I can actually see everything. I can type and respond to stuff. And in short, welcome to Not Another Budget. I'm Nicole. If you are a regular here, you know that. If you are a regular to the very, very rare lives that I do. Hi, Sassy. I know right. I am a technology teacher. Technology does not like me. Technology, when I set up lives, is bad. Can I get a sound check as well? So if you are happy to type and let me know that you can hear me fine, that's okay. I might sound a little bit distant because the wand is in a different place. Hello, Jazz. Jazz, I need to catch up on your videos. I'm very behind on budgeting community videos, and I'm just very, 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 very unorganised. Thank you, Sassy, for the sound check. And it's unorganised to an embarrassing level where nothing is getting done. And when I say nothing is getting done, the picture I put up in my last video of this room that I'm in, do ASMR now, please. There we are. That's your ASMR. Leonardo Caprio. Hi, welcome for joining us. I'm not an ASMR person. I mean, I can talk about any rubbish for days, but if that's what you need is ASMR, then go for it. Let me know, typers, in the chat what you are drinking. I should be an ASMR person. Thank you. I don't know what those words mean. I just talk and can talk about anything, and I can ramble and swap from topics to topics. And as a teacher, staying on track in a lesson means that I really heavily have to be organised and depend on plans. And at the minute, from a school's perspective, teaching wise, I'm organised and back on track. But my personal, like house, and I'm really heavily unorganised, guys. To the point, like I said earlier, to the point where nothing is getting done, and nothing is getting done in terms of listing, which means that that's not great because I have this financial goal I want to achieve. Nothing is getting done around the house, which means that the piles of chaos are either not do something, and then Leonardo. I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio, I'm not that kind of person for that kind of things. But you are by all means welcome to sit along. Hi, Jerry. Hi, Jer. Lurking. I appreciate the lurking. That's fine. I'm not that kind of person, and this is not that kind of channel, but you are happy. I'm happy for you to listen to me ramble about anything and anything. Go for it. So that's Iron Brew. I haven't had Iron Brew for years. Like, a small bottle of Iron Brew I've not had for years, and they've released like a Raging Unicorn flavour. This is it. I've got distracted and I've gone off on a tangent, and I'm literally I'm literally losing subscribers because I'm going off on a tangent. Right. In a perfect example of the unorganisation, and the unorganisation is, they've got like a creepy Loch Ness monster sassy and like a Raging Unicorn flavour, and I don't know what they are. And I feel like I need to get them. Those of you who are in America, you need to get your hands on some Iron Brew. It's like it should be a Scottish national drink if it's not already. It's made with citrus ingredients. It's wonderful. Get your hands on some. Like, you will thank me later. It's very, very Scottish. It's a very Scottish thing to do. And then so the going off on a tangent is a perfect example of how unorganised I am at the minute. And as a result of that unorganisation, like I say for the third time, do not let me get off track. Sassy, don't talk to me about Sassy, don't talk to me about Iron Brew because I'll get distracted. Again, nothing's getting done. So I don't even know what I have to list on Vinted. I've got a car boot sale coming up that I need to prep for, and I also am finding that all of the piles of chaos around me, it's just so much easier to go have a nap instead. Because I feel that tired at the minute, and it's quite easily done. So as a result, this is kind of one of those times where it's like I kind of regret having just a Talking Hands YouTube channel, because it's the perfect time for just setting up the camera and going, here is a video of me organising this space and putting that stuff away, and organise all my crafting stuff with me, and organise all the stuff that I have to list and sell with me. Leonardo DiCaprio, my favourite food changes daily because I am neurodivergent, so I will like a food for oh, bye Leonardo, that's okay, unsub, off we go, it's okay. As someone who gets really distracted really easily, like, it will take me like 5 minutes to catch up with the chat, so that's fine. My favourite food changes like every 12 days because I will become obsessed with a certain type of food. And then, Leonardo, I'm not going to do ASMR, sorry, I don't have enough time, but I appreciate the positive comments towards my voice, thank you. I am a solo household I'm not an ASMR channel, thank you, I'm a budgeting channel. I talk about how awful my financial circumstances are and how I am on a debt-free journey. There are fantastic ASMR channels out there, and I do appreciate the compliment, but no, this is just me going randomly on a live. I'm not on the ASMR category, Leonardo, so I am sorry if that's popped up for you, but I have no control over that. That's YouTube. Anyway, guys, so I do need to do some listings, and I need to... Tess, hello, nice to see you. And I do need to go ahead and get myself sorted, and all of the piles of mess are climbing up around and I'm running out of time. Leonardo, that's nothing to do with me. That's a YouTube thing. If this isn't what you expected, you are welcome to depart and go find somewhere else that is more appropriate for you. Leonardo, I need to set a mod, or I might just time you out, sweetheart, because unfortunately, as I have said, I am not an ASMR channel. I am a budgeting channel. Literally, it's called Not Another Budget. And if I have to use my teacher voice, I have now said multiple times in multiple ways that I talk about personal finance. I'm not an ASMR channel. However YouTube chooses to pin me is nothing to do with me. I don't set that up. Quite clearly, I am vertical instead of horizontal. So if you cannot cope with that, I'm going to go and do what I do now, and I'm going to put you in remove. Thank you for subbing, and then I'm subbing, and I will let you go. And he's gone. Okay, he has been removed. I'm a nerd. Hi, guys. I'm a nerd. Honestly, trolls are less terrifying than like 15-year-old boys. No, not even 15-year-old boys, because they just smell and fart loads and then stink out my classroom because there are mass 20 of them. Let's get back onto regularly scheduled budgeting, guys. Yeah, so I need to get myself sorted. And again, like I said, not the time for Leonardo Goon Caprio. It was in the name, wasn't it? I should have seen that. I'm a super nerd. I'm running a Dungeons and Dragons. Well, no, my colleague and I are running a Dungeons and Dragons campaign as a revision exercise for our engineers for our year 11s because their exam is in 10 days. It's fantastic. Like all of a sudden, they're there. Hello, Call of Duty. Thanks for joining. I hope you're all well. And yeah, it's fantastic. Good cell, as the kids would call them, probably. So in terms of things I've got to organise and things I want to sell, I have got piles of stuff like this. Now this is all of the savings challenges that I have purchased and elected to keep. So even with the amount that I got, okay, Diddy, this is not an ASMR channel, so I'm going to remove you. Thank you. Sassy, I'm going to make you a mod. Hi. If anyone comes in looking for moderator or ASMR stuff, can you time them out, please? Or let's have a look. Sassy, I'm going to make you a moderator. Can manage blocked words. And right. Sassy, you can hide or put you should be able to remove. Call of Duty, this is not an ASMR channel. Hi Milk Tea, welcome to the current issues, which is that apparently YouTube has pinned me as an ASMR, and I have had one definite troll and two potentials that have just popped in and going, wait, is this an ASMR channel or not? Quite clearly I'm not ASMR appropriate, guys. So this is all of the stuff that I've kept. All of this needs a home. I don't know what the home is going to be or where it lives. And Sassy is a mod, and she's just going to kick anyone who mentions the words ASMR because hell no. I've got stuff like this. Block the term, maybe. See, you're much more experienced than this. I didn't either. Right, how do I block a term? Community moderation. Oh no, now it's opened up a pop-up. Moderation activity. Okay. I don't want timestamps. I don't care about participants. Channel dashboards. Bear with me, guys. Blocked words. Here we go. ASMR. ASMR in lower caps. ASMR with the capital letters. Save. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. For you, if you're just here for standard budgeting contents, hopefully that can review, because I went live 14 minutes ago with the intention of trying to organise myself, and I feel like I've just been completely derailed, and that has not happened. Awesome, which is not like the state of brain. So I have a ton of stuff that I need to try and get rid of, and some of this I might just put in a car boot. I don't know if any of it's good enough, but we will see. Oh, Milk Tea, you've missed out all sorts. So if I scroll back up on the chat, we had Leonardo Goon Caprio, telling us that he was on the battlefield with the Scottish, that they are good people. I'm not going to disagree. He wants lid sounds. He wanted me to do some ASMR while talking better, my love. Then he wanted to know what my favourite food was. Then he unsubbed. Then apparently he subbed back in, said do ASMR. Then he said I was an ASMR channel, which is hilarious because I've been a budgeting channel. And then he asked why I was on the ASMR category. Then I put my teacher voice on. Then he thought he was scared of the teacher. Then I blocked him. That's where we're up to. Guys, fill me in if I missed anything. So I have got a ton of stuff, like sticker sets. Some, not all budget with Ira. And like planner stickers. I buy planner stickers and I don't use them in my planner, basically. I've got a load of stuff like this that I'm thinking I might just... Well, I'm doing a car boot this Sunday. I have to do a car boot this Sunday. Is this a bullet journal that I've written in before I open it up? I'm having an organisation session. You are welcome to join me. Okay, there's a bit of writing in there. Never mind. Don't worry, you're not going to know my deep, dark secrets. So I have just got boxes and boxes and trays of stuff. And it's everywhere. And the problem is... I might sound like I'm coming closer or further away from the camera at the minute. The problem is that I need to crack on with Vinted. Like, there is no excuse not to. I think I'm feeling slightly complacent if I were to like break this down. Hang on. Ooh, ASMR, guys. I'm going to be referring to this at least twice in an upcoming video. You know that I will as well. There is going to be... I need to get stuff listing, basically. What I did was I very much like put a load of stuff on and then they weren't the best photos and I was literally getting like no views at all. So I've pulled them all down. I've pulled out a load of stuff which like it just hasn't moved at all. It's all going to go in the car boot sale. Why does my lamp smell like burning? Oh well. It's all going to go in the car boot sale on Sunday, which Dad is going to come along with. What's this? My spares! Why do I have just pieces of... Sassy and milk tea. This is why I am not allowed more stationery. Right, for perspective, this is no identifying information. Cool. This is coming out of this box. I have bigger boxes. It's just an absolute nightmare at the minute, and it's led to a delay in me filming videos throughout May. Not ideal, because May is meant, YouTube is meant to be contributing to me having that extra £250 of income that's regular per month. I feel completely at sea and detached and away from all of my goals, and it is amazing how quickly that has happened. Thank you, Train. Jerry's also collaborating on the amount of stickers that you've bought. Oh my gosh, I'm distracted anyway. Let's show you the stickers. You always need a new notebook though. It's like, let me, you can, even if you're not, even if you're lurking, all right, you can do some reactions and chat if you want to. You need a new notebook for every single time you think your life is going to get fantastic and you're just going to restart life, and it will be the notebook that fixes everything and you're going to lay it out perfectly, and it doesn't matter whether you have consumed like planner and budgeting and bullet journal content. It is the planner, it is the journal, it's going to fix stuff, and you use 8 pages and then it goes in a drawer. I will get to the sticker stuff in a second. Yes. I love my savings challenges. I love the ones that I've created. I love the ones that I've bought. I got rid of a lot of the ones that I bought and I sold them for less than I paid for them, just because it was a case of I'm not gonna use them and they are gonna sit and literally gather dust, which A, isn't fair, because someone else can use them and enjoy them. Right, this is a pack of budgeting sheets that I'm not going to use. Beverly Hunter said, hi, hello Beverly, welcome to joining us. Welcome to the absolute chaos. You have missed out on weird ASMR weirdos. And I say that as a weirdo myself. It's okay. And it's just all gone a bit, yeah. Like the amount of and Milk Tea has said as well, Milk Tea is correct, your handwriting isn't tidy enough on the first page and it's ruined. Yes. Or you don't space it out properly, or you go ahead and realize that actually something has gone horrendously wrong because you've used the wrong type of pen and it has bled through to the other page. Yeah, so I've got these little inserts. I think I'm going to put, like, I find that at Car Boot I do really well on like 20p rummage bins, where it's like everything in this box 20p, just have at it. And then if someone's like, we take 15 for it, and I'm like, yeah, go on then. I'm doing quite a big one. It's the same. Oh no, Milk Tea, you don't just remove the page, you just stop using the journal. This is how bad it gets. I'm going back to the same Car Boot that I did that gave me that really, really big payout in April. The kind of big, was it £300-400? The big one that like helped everything. And what it's going to do, hopefully, is just get me back on track. So I've gone through this evening. I'll talk a bit as well about how kind of returning to work and stuff has gone. And in a second, I'm a little bit disappointed in myself about how behind I am at the minute, and that is because I felt like I'd gotten to myself to a really good place before I went back to work. I bet, Sassy, we're looking at like 21-22 degrees, but what's weird weather-wise at the minute is we're having like these relatively warm to hot days, and then the evening is getting very cold very quick, and it's kind of a get the fire on, get the heating on jobby. I tried to put myself in a position when I was off. I was really trying to be organised and focused, and even though I'm only back teaching one lesson, I'll talk a little bit more in a second, Test, because it's kind of like that long overdue catch up, which doesn't need a video by itself. It's kind of like referenced in passing. But one thing I've noticed is that although I'm only teaching one lesson, my body is very much kind of coming back and being like, yeah, we're not happy with you at the minute. And there's an element of I'm coming back and I'm then sleeping for about 2.5 hours and then sleeping at night as well. And everything is building up. And so when someone comes along and goes, you've got to move and remove all of the contents of both bedrooms, and you've got like less than 48 hours to do so, I don't know what I was thinking trying to do that by myself. I did it by myself, and then the plan for Sunday was to always work and pick through stuff like this with my dad. I was so not okay. It has taken 3 days to recover from that. And it's a case of just carry on. Jara said those, I don't know where I got these. These have come from some form of, I think, organizer or file effects. Now, the problem is with me is I don't know which ones they've come from, but I'll just kind of bundle them in. I'll whack an elastic band around them and they'll go in like a 50p file effects organizer, A6 organizer inserts, and this will probably be a 20p one. So what I need actually is I need a separate box, because we always need separate boxes for stuff. Right. Ah, God. In terms of school, WH Smith, I don't know. I don't want to say no. I've got them here actually. So yeah, certainly Sassy, the first one, the 2 capital letters, that is currently what is being investigated medically, and that's where things are heading. Unfortunately, I have to stay working, and as a teacher, that's not conducive to good things. Again, no official diagnosis, and it's amazing what a bout of flu will do. full disclosure, I am using a walking stick at work at the minute, which the kids have gone, which have shocked the kids. And from a behaviour management perspective, teachers out there, it's not been an unhelpful thing having them shocked by something that's out of their norm. I was certainly a very active teacher, so I was constantly moving around, and it's a case of them then seeing that difference. And I'm teaching one 100-minute lesson a day, plus I have my form time with my tutor group, who are year 9 students, so they're picking like their further options and their further choices, and they're all kind of realizing that in like a couple of months' time it gets busy. For perspective, for those of you who are overseas, our students, when they are 14, we call them year 9, they pick their options, and their options are 3 to 4 subjects that they want to go ahead and obtain, hopefully, a qualification in, alongside their English, maths, science, and core PE. And some schools will add in like religious education, or they'll add in like an ICT, or they'll add in like a specific thing. And that's a really difficult time, because you're saying to 14-year-olds, like, go ahead and pick this subject and make this decision based on how you feel in like the January to March period, based on teachers that you don't know that you're going to get them, and you've got to go ahead and do an exam in this in 2 years' time when you may have lost all interest in it. So it's a really difficult time for them. I am going to get rid of some of these stickers because I don't need them, and this is what tonight is about. So keep me company. If you have got your own sorting out of stuff to do, then sort out with me. These are quite good. I'll try and take things that are... And the thing is, I've got so many. This box, so for the entire time that you've seen me on this original setup, on the original setup that I had, this box has not moved. I've not dipped into it at all. That one's had something used from it. That one's got an extra. So there's a few things that I've got to do. Work have been... The occupational health was interesting. Obviously the employer questions always give you an indication of where they as employers are, what they possibly thinking. There were 2 questions on there that made me, and just candidly speaking, me to you, this is why it's nice to have anonymity. There were 2 questions. One that really kind of made my ears prick up. One of them was, is the candidate, or is the patient going to require medical retirement or alternative employment, which thankfully the recommendation was no. And then the other one was, would the candidate, patient, me, consider part-time employment? Now, we all know from a budgeting perspective that no. Just no. I would only consider it if I had a secondary form of stable income. So YouTube regularly bringing in X amount after tax deductions, or me selling on Vinted or Car Boots a regular amount after tax deductions, me selling budgeting products after a certain amount of X deductions. That's the only way in my mind I would justify dropping a day or 2 days, because I could look at it and go, well, on 2 days of work or X amount of hours of work a week, it's already bringing in this. I could give those 2 days, for example, to those alternative forms of employment. And that is something to consider. I can't do that at the minute. I'm not there. I have said that I already feel like I'm playing catch up. I am absolutely playing catch up on both goals and finances. And with regards to that, it does leave me feeling very much like I'm on the back foot, which is why when things then feel a bit unorganised, it doesn't help matters. So that's kind of compounding that issue. Thankfully, like I said, the medical recommendations were, no, you need to let the phased return play out? We're going through a diagnostics. We're going through a diagnosis process that needs to play out. The individual is actively engaging in a phased return. It would be unfair to put these on them. And I mention this because when I did my return to work meeting with my head teacher and my head of department, and I had a discussion about what I could do within the department if it all kind of went a bit wrong and, you know, what that would look like. So when the head teacher goes, bearing in mind, guys, okay, at the minute the screen for this is vertical and I set it up to be horizontal. Let's just keep that in mind. When the head teacher goes, would you feel maybe more amenable to be teaching ICT? And the head and I both looked at each other afterwards and went, I don't know where that came from and I don't know why that's there. To answer the obvious, the kids would end up teaching me. I am not an ICT teacher. And ICT and design and technology are not the same things at all. And ICT in schools is teaching 12-year-olds how to do a really basic form of coding. I don't know how to code. I can't even get this screen horizontal when I've set it up to be horizontal and it's vertical. Every single live this happens. Every single live. I didn't even know if this live was going to go ahead because I couldn't guarantee I would get it to work properly. That tells you the level of ICT organised, and also remaining seated for 100 minutes. If I'm not fatigued enough already, I would be fatigued enough. Like the kids would be picking me up on the floor going, Miss, you okay? And I'd be like, no, I've fallen asleep because I'm so fatigued and bored. It's that level of like, really? Okay. And that really indicated to me, I need a bin. I've not bought a bin bag in here and I'm now quite upset. That indicated to me that I'm going to need union support. So yes, a very, very long email to my union. They are on board. They're telling me what to monitor. But I was not surprised to see the question, is alternate employment or part-time? And I was not surprised to see that the school was asking those questions. Was I frustrated about it? Yes. Particularly as I am going through a diagnosis process. I have not been diagnosed with anything despite everything that's happening. More stickers. I've not even got to the sticker box yet, guys. I was just very much like, So it did taint the return. Has it physically been a struggle? Yes, I knew it would. Did I overdo it at the weekend? Yes. Has it had an impact? Yes. Do I need to tap myself on the wrist and go, don't do that again? Yes. And the side effect in terms of it being at home has meant that it's embarrassing how much I haven't done. And it's not a running joke that I'm generally not very organised, but I would say that I'm not happy with the state of things because I want to be continuing to deliver regular videos. It keeps me on track, but also what it does is it means that I can... Why do I have a Rendell gift bag? It means that I can just do what it is I need to do and come back and go, hi, this is happening. No, this isn't happening. Let's focus on this. This is where things are budgeting up to, because I feel like I am losing track of where I want to be. And after all of the work and everything I put in for February, March, April even, it's a little bit like, oh, come on, Nicole, like you've only got yourself to blame for this. So that's my little moping pity party done. This is all the random crap I'm pulling out of this. And we now have an empty box and it's all on the desk. So this is going to be the box of stuff that I'm going to sell. That's going to go in there. Okay. Oh, we're up to the mug box next. Right, sellotape is good to have. So sellotape is going to go there. Okay. Then See, I like this. It's fat face. We like fat face. It's teal green leather. I don't know why I have it. I either bought it or it was bought for me. It has stuff in there, so quite clearly I use it. So we're going to keep that. That's that one there. Right. Okay. These are useful. They are intersecting board thingies. So let's stick those at the back, because when I actually sort out my budgeting binders, we're going to go ahead and use those. This is great for, I think they were off Temu and they were 15p per pack, and I got 2 packs. I don't know why I bought them, but they are useful. I need them for envelopes. I have envelopes here. So Milk Tea said, I know you've got the main budget for check-ins. Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, I normally do that, and I do have to set myself. So Milk Tea is referring to giving yourself a to-do list for each day. I normally do that, and I have been avoiding that job this week because it feels the amount of stuff I've got to do just across teaching and life and budgeting and anything. It just feels too much. It's frustrating that I've gone back to work and that has happened. And my concern is like I'm only back teaching 1 lesson a day. Like I am back normally by midday, 12 o'clock. Oh, it's marked. Is it marked? Someone might want to buy a Rendell gift bag. They cost £5 new. So I'm getting really, really sidetracked. My department are fantastic at the minute at just kind of recognising that I am getting back to things. But the problem is I've got no one at home doing that. And this is where like living alone can be not great, because there's no one there holding you accountable when you haven't done the washing up for a couple of days and you've run out of mugs, and there's no reason why. I certainly do have the time when I get in, but I'm so exhausted that I'm falling asleep without meaning to. I'm trying to be really strict and go, right, have an hour relaxing on the sofa, and by the end of that hour I'm nodding off, and then I'm waking up like an hour and a half later and Bowie's just staring at me going, you were meant to feed me, why haven't you fed me? Bowie is at my feet asleep. Well, he was asleep. He's now playing with his whiskers. Apparently that's a thing. So this is kind of partly what this live is for. It's I need to get a video out. I haven't got anything to do, and it's going to force me to go through and do things. I think Budget with Shah. She's such a lovely channel. There's so many lovely channels. Right. Yeah. That's just going to go... Oh, rubbish. In terms of where we are on like our teaching time frame, because Milk Tea also teaches, although not in the UK, and we are 3 weeks away from the May half term, and we have only been back from our Easter break for 3 weeks tomorrow, and we will then have another 7 weeks of teaching. So there is at least another 10, possibly 11 weeks of teaching to do. And it's really, I mean, for me, I have year 11s. They will go into their exam. My colleague has taken them off me from a health perspective. They're going to go into their exam in 10 days. And then we lose them off our timetable, and that time is protected. But you still have the rest of the year groups to go ahead and teach. Hello, Donna. How are you? I'm so glad you've made it. And we finish mid to late July, and by then everyone's worn out. And in that meantime, we've got prom, and we've got year 10 work experience, and the kids find out their options, and there's like another report set of data drops, which means loads of them find out that they can't take a subject, and it's just all a bit of a thing. And I just walk away feeling like I've not done enough. And that is especially at the minute when you're on phase for temp. So it's an odd one. We've got loads of kids that are like sick as well, like the amount of them that are just like vomiting in your class. And so it's not like sick and the parents are trying to take them out for like a holiday outside of school holiday prices. We've just got kids that are turning up and they're like, Miss, I don't what? And you're like, oh great, thanks, that's going to come my way as well. So there's all of that, and you know, you're concerned about them. It's yeah, and you just feel for them, because normally you'd look and you'd like, your suspicion naturally at this time of the year, like the weather being nice, you'd just go like, oh, the parents just trying to take the kids out for a cheap holiday. I'm not going to comment on whether I agree on it or not, because I don't take international holidays, so it's not something I have to care about from that perspective. Donna Bowie is do you want to kind of come up here and say hi? Yeah, there's no space for you, sweetheart. Let's just add to the pile. Stay tuned, people. The main star of the show is about to hopefully join us. Hang on. And I've somehow lost a leg off my chair. It's still sittable, but yeah, we're at that level right now. Hi, Bowie. Hi, sweetie. Come here. Do you want to come say hi to the people? Oh, come meet your fans. Hi. Hello, darling boy. Hello, sweets. Hiya. He's all right. He's slowing down a bit. And he is still can't get over the cost of his medication. I think I will be talking about that one for a few months yet. He's slowing down. He's less likely to go pick a fight with his frenemy. He's very, very, very wanting of attention, and he's wanting lots and lots of cuddles all the time. I don't know if that's because he is 58 in human years, and that happens. And I also can't rule out it being a health thing. Oh, sweetie. Hang on. Can I tilt? That lamp is hot, sweetheart. No. Yeah, you're going to burn your little nose. He's the star of the show, really, isn't he? He's the one we're all here for. Thank you, darling. You're going to curl up. So, yeah, he's a constant source of worry for me, but he doesn't act like he's ill. I don't know if he knows it. And it's not pleasant. He's lovely. He's got such a lovely personality. He's a cheeky chappy. And when I got him, I was cooking a chicken, and I was living in like a bedsit type place in a city, and he so my kitchen had a back door. I was really lucky because I was on the ground floor, and he just strolled in one day. I was cooking a chicken, bold as brass, wrapped himself around my legs. He was really vocal. He was so skinny. He had a cut like millimeters above his eye that was not looking happy. He had fleas, but he was so friendly. And I was a dog, like I grew up with dogs. Like cats were not a thing. And I just felt really sorry for him, so I gave him some food. And then he kept coming back, and then he just kept staying. And I managed to find the videos of when he, like literally that first day, and it was May the 17th, 2019. So I have had him 6 years. We misaged him, so he was younger than he was for quite some time, which meant that like the stuff with his heart and his thyroid wasn't detected properly. His heart wasn't detected at all, was it? No. And he just stayed around, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to keep you now because I love you too much. And I do love you, and you have completely stopped all of the organising. He's gotten very good as well. Like, I don't know necessarily, he's not a therapy cat, but if I try and push it and I try and overdo it, I get to the point where my joints start really, really hurting, and my muscles start spasming, and it can feel like someone's just dropped like a lead weight on my shoulders, and I'm trying to stand upright, and that's quite physically uncomfortable. And about 10 minutes before that hits, he'll be kind of all around my feet trying to like basically trying to get me away from whatever I'm doing and get me to sit down. So he's shedding his winter hair. What's this? That's yours. So he's shedding his winter coat at the minute, but he's not, given how nice the weather is, he's not being a sun baby and wanting to go outside in the way that he used to. And yeah, I'm talking about you. Hello. Hi, sweet. Is that a noise outside? Do you have to go investigate? So yeah, so Bowie's, yeah. I think we're down to our last good year, and trying to like prepare for that is a bit hard with everything else going on as well, because I just want to keep him with me all the time, because of course I do. And but he's having his medication that is now more affordable than it was before, and that's an exciting thing as well, being able to kind of like look ahead at another budget and go, oh, all of a sudden at least £150 should free up from my wages. That's going to be nice. And then on top of that as well, there's also the storage. Are you going to help me organise? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that's quite hard. Like, not really why. I didn't sign up for that, but that's what we have. So, again, more storage. I'm going to fence you in so you can't leave me, and you must instead just love me. These are machine feet for a sewing machine. What's going on? And yeah, hang on, noise for the ASMR loving crowd. Yeah. So he'll make his appearance, and then obviously if there's anything that changes with him, I'll let all you guys know, because that's more than fair. Don't quite know whether this is just going to be random like crafting stuff or not. I have still yet to make it to the massive pile of stickers, actual stickers. Drawing pins, that's a shame. Staples, that's a shame. Waiting for the glass. Where? Oh yeah. We've had quite a few things like that happen. He was nudging me for chicken nuggets earlier because I had some chicken nuggets, and he was like, oh, I want some of those. So was literally just trying to take them off me. If I were currently operating a sewing machine, he would be batting at the bobbin thread, being like, as it was going, being like, oh, I'm just going to try and go for the thread. That's fun. While it goes on however many rotations per minute it does. How have I accumulated so much storage? Oh. Yeah, no, he's good. He's a chill baby. You were good. We're going to keep you as is. Right, we've reached the drawer of mugs that I can actually sell and get out of the way. We're going to keep, right, bobbin stuff. We like the bobbin stuff. That's good, easy storage. If he could get into that, he would absolutely get into that. Paint. Put you in there. They can go in there, and we'll put you out of the way for now. We like that. That comes from B&M. If anyone wants it, go knock your heart out. Go knock yourselves out and get one. We're going to stick you. That's a really good question. Where are we going to stick you? Where are we going to put it? I don't know. You tell me. Let's stick you here for now. This is the third one of these I've picked out. This is like buses. You would never have any, and then they come along at once. Don't worry, I'm not going to get you. It's okay. Move you forward, stick you up there. Empty one. Don't know how I have an empty one. It can go in the bin. The floor bin is growing. Why do I have an empty tub? I don't know. I have a second one. Why? I have sold a Rendell mug. Need to wrap that in bubble, actually, which means I need to do Do you know what? No, actually, I was going to say, like, if I had the unlimited budget, I would hire an organizer, and then I would reorganize everything they did, so it would be a waste of money. We going? Are you leaving the pit? Don't you sit on my chair, you monkey! You're going to as well. You know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing. Oh no. Okay, well, this is workable. I can work with this. Just how much of me is seen if I'm not organised. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. Why? It is his chair now, Sassy. Everything in this house is his. It's fine. It means I can stand up and move stuff around, and I can actually organise and get what I'm meant to be doing. I have mugs. Best find ever in a charity shop. They're off my Vinted at the minute because I need to reset them. These are... Thank you ever so much. No! Oh, God, don't lose the live. Everything's breaking. What's happening? We're back. I'm back. Okay, has it rotated? Has it rotated? It's okay. Right. So these are William Morris at home mugs. £15 each new. 30p each in a charity shop. I'm selling them. Fun fact, I used to work at Starbucks when I was a student, which meant I was there when they did the mug changeover from this to their current style of mugs, which meant we all got one of these bad boys. No, milk tea, you can't have the mugs. I'm gonna be good to other people where I'm not good to myself. You cannot have the mugs. And also, I don't think vintage shops to where you are in the world. So yeah, we all got to take like one of these venti original Starbucks mugs for like nothing because they were just being thrown. So we got that. That was mine. And that's a beast. I don't need that. So I've got stuff like that I'm trying to get rid of. I'm a fiend. I am a fiend for mugs. Whittards, highly underrated hot chocolate. I still have my Velvetizer. The Modern Man, don't know what that is. I might charity shop these two actually, because they've not shifted on vintage for a while. Not charity shop, car boot. So you can go over here. Yes, Bowie, I know you're offended by the slipper being in your way. You are capable of jumping. Jump. Okay, so these can go and be put on a shelf. I'm going to wander away. Amuse yourselves. I'm literally coming back in like 30 seconds. Right, you need to go there. Hi, sweetie. Oh, you need to go there, and you need to go there. Okay, right, that is a box cleared. One thing I'm not sure about is whether I'm going to put my paint stuff up here. I feel like I'm tempting fate with a new carpet if I do. And so, paint stuff is going to go downstairs. And I will paint when I pretend that I have time in the conservatory. Therefore, am I going to sew downstairs or not? No, we'll keep you up here for now. I need like a corner of this shelving system for that. Oh, paper, my paper. And more stuff falls. Of course it does. Oh, little recommendation. Like, if you're like... If you just want like little recommendations for like little like books, not necessarily on the subject matter of stone circles, but this it's called woodenbooks.com, and basically they're like little kind of like infographic stuff, and you can get them on like all sorts. But yeah, I quite like them. Little recommendation there. I'm not meant to be encouraging you to spend money. I'm a budgeting channel. Oh. Right, you're you. Okay. Can I get to the stickers yet? Or is that too much. No, too much. Right. Oh, okay. Are you ready? Don't spill the water. I said I would be organising. I finally get there like an hour in. The fact that I managed to put out videos which are mildly legible is amazing to me. One question which someone in the chat might be able to answer. Oh, there we go. There's my question. I've got a load of instant ink, HP inks, for printers that no longer work. And I don't know where I can recycle them with the least amount of effort from my part, basically. And I also think as well that they're locked to certain computers or certain printers, which is frustrating. So you need to go. I know why I've got these. Right. A hobby, which in the past I have spent money on and not actually done anything with, is jewellery making. And I've still got the stuff. And it's stuff I haven't actually sold yet. Either made or not. Tess says HP did have a recycle program. Yeah, this is what I'm not sure about either. Because when I was getting them shipped to me, it's been about a year now. It was recycle empty cartridges. Obviously those are full. Which is a bit annoying. Yeah, I'd need a hobby that I can't monetize. And the problem is that I like monetizing my hobbies. Because if it's a way to earn money, I shall do it. Oh, that's a shame. You're not wide enough. Okay. Right, stick you there because I can use you. I love this. Right, well, no, I love the idea of this. Paper Chase. Oh, I miss Paper Chase. When I bought this off Vinted, I thought it was A4. It's not. It's not even A5. Therefore, it is unusable to me, unfortunately. Wilco's. I'm not going to get in. I'm Paper Chase. You can still find some gems on Vinted. For those of you who are not from the UK, Paper Chase was just a fantastic stationery store, but they went under. I have a friend who used to work as a buyer for them. And them going under literally came out of nowhere. She just messaged me and she was like, yeah, I don't know how we've got to this state. We were literally putting purchase orders in for like the autumn winter collection for like a year's time, like last week. It was really cool. It was really unique. I know Tesco's have got some of their stuff now, but it's not the same. Will this rub off? Have I got a little bit of a cloth? I mean, you'll do as a cloth. I don't need the water to drink. I will just use it to dip. Let's see. Oh, you're too absorbent a fabric. I need cotton. How I've still got like 18 people watching is hilarious. I love it. Thank you so much. There must be something about my weirdness that works. Don't mark the plastic. Because if this is fine, it can car boot it because I will not use it. Wilco's. Oh, I miss Wilkinson's. Mary, you made it! I've not seen your name for ages, Mary. It's lovely to have you. Hello. You've missed out on so much. We had a troll who was going to donate 15 dono. I don't know what 15 dono is. He did not donate. Therefore, he would not have had ASMR content anyway because he didn't donate and pay for it. He thought I was going to be an ASMR. It doesn't work. Oh, it's pen marks. I don't think these are shifting. Okay, well, it can go in the 20p dump bin, rummage bin, and then if someone wants it, they can have it for 20p. It's a perfectly serviceable A6 journal. So we're going to put that in. Yeah, I am returning to... See, this is a lovely one. This is, if you have been around here from day one, I had this on day one. And Wilkinson's. Do I want to get rid of it or am I just being nostalgic? Yeah, Google. Oh, Sassy, you didn't have to go away and research. Thank you. Yeah, I hate to say it. I think they are going to have to be a bin job, which is not. I mean, I lead 2 modules on how to like create sustainably. Like, it's not. I'm not a fan. I'm not necessarily a channel that goes all in on the sustainable stuff, but like, it is something I care about on the sly. I don't know if I want to get rid of this. It's worn. I need to find any. Do you know what, guys? This wearing along there. I can't possibly sell this. I've got to keep it. I don't know what I'd do with it. Let's stick it there. Nostalgia. Hi. Okay. Oh wow, this is a little bit of a walk down memory lane. Yeah. Cash envelopes, anyone? I'm not ruling them out, and I also know that I've got a lot of physical products, aka nearly all of them, to update. Oh, Mary, honestly, it was hilarious. The first 20 minutes was just a couple of, I don't want to get demonetized, interesting individuals who told me that I had a lovely voice. Thank you for the compliment. I don't think I do, but I will. I'm also not fishing for compliments there. And then like got a bit annoyed because apparently I was an ASMR channel, and I'm like, you clearly haven't been around here for a while, because yes, I can ramble and talk about anything, but then one wanted me to take the lid off. God, I don't have time for that. Do not be stupid. I will call you out on stupidity. Is this what I think it is? This, people, is the journal that I was using when I first started the channel. Milk tea, go to sleep. Teachers need sleep. Sleep is lovely. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for spending time with us. And I'll see you on the next one. But this is, yeah, where I started everything. And then I think I designed my own budget planner and went from there. But that was the one that started the channel with. So we'll keep hold of you. We do need the practical stuff like this. Yeah, milk tea, sleep. Like, weekends are precious. I need the ink. I think you're too tall. I need to stick you somewhere else. We'll go there. More ink. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to bin that, guys, which, again, frustrating. Why have I got more stickers? Dice. Dice for abundant budgets, challenges, which I have kept. Oh, more. Why do I... No, were these the original? These are the original ones. Right, okay. Spent my entire life somethinging Bowie. Stuff from Bowie. So you need to live not on the desk because you're nothing to do with my desk. This, not used. We will find out a use for it, I'm sure. Aim of the game is to clear as much as possible. What are you? What are you? Okay, yeah, right. Wallets for a thing I'm creating. So, oh, Bowie, no, not the right time to stand behind me. I have no room to swing a cat, literally. Do you want to see the people again? Come here. Right. I have a cat. He is going to go on the chair. He is therefore going to observe proceedings. All of this I need to just very quickly hide because high credit report. There we go. Yeah, clean credit report, 54 pages. 19 of them are please understand the abbreviations. That's it, boy. No, he's gone. Okay. Right, stencils from the bullet journaling days. Leonardo, sweetheart, I'm sorry. There is no room for you here, my love, so I'm just going to remove you. Yeah, let's not start that one again. Let's put user in timeout for 24 hours. There we go. He's gone. I hope. Yeah, right, he's gone. Would you consider making up the planners and selling them? Possibly. At the minute, my load, Donna, is my mental load and my physical load is horrendous. And I'm like looping back around to those of you who have kind of like dipped in now. I am so unorganized at the minute, it's starting to affect everything. So it's affecting how much stuff I'm getting done. It's affecting how much I am not putting on Vinted, and it's also affecting how I am not doing anything towards my goals. That's as of this week. It's 4 days, and it's 4 days because I've just been completely knocked out by the weekend. What I want to try and do is get on top of like the base stuff, get videos back out, because I was at a really good place with getting content out, and I was at a really good point of getting all of the like regular videos out, regular engagement, and it's just gone and fallen because I've just had nothing left in the tank. And then I'm looking around in the same way when like the amount of stuff just gets too overwhelming. I'm then looking around and I'm going, I can't keep on top of this, and it's just easier to not do it. So what I want to try and do this weekend, so the plan is obviously I've got the live this evening where you've seen me pretend to be organised, and I am working through it and getting through stuff. It's kind of like if I were not a Talking Hands channel and you were to see me and I kind of give up my anonymity, I would be getting so much done, because I basically just use you guys as like body doubling and almost like peer pressure, because there are people watching me not tidy in a messy room. So I need to get that done and sorted. But because the anonymity is ultimately like the most important thing, particularly as a teacher, where the kids will like take a picture of like your face on your staff profile and then search your face on the internet. So I don't want colleagues and kids coming across this content. Like this is for me. And if I can get on top of the teaching stuff, I'm getting back in the swing of. Obviously I'm tired, that's fine. I do want to then get to the point where actually I can stock up. I can stock and make up and go, I've made up 3 planners. Here, like, someone have them. Who wants them? Like this at the minute is the Whoopsie bundle of stuff where like they're misprints that I've got to laminate and go through, or like I've trimmed just a bit too close to the edge. So I'm tiptoeing slowly in with Etsy. Etsy, when I ran my business, and I were not friends. And me going back to it under a completely different category, selling a completely different product, is, yeah, I want to make sure that I've got stuff stocked. So all of the laminated challenges that I've got to trim down, I want stocked and ready. So at the minute it's just digital stuff, and not even all of my digital stuff. And then I will go ahead and do other stuff. What is probably going to come along to start with are packs. So packs of, 12 sheets of a layout of something that I've done before, either as a physical product or not, or as a digital. We're going to get there. We're going to play with it. We're going to play with some ideas. I just need to, I know exactly where I can put you, right next to me here. So the entire layout of this room has changed. So the desk has now moved and shifted. The storage units have shifted, and I need it to be a bit more like ergonomic. Yep, that's the word. With how I arrange and how I do things. Because it was just getting to the point behind the scenes where I couldn't keep on top of where everything was. That was both downstairs, and by that point I was like, I'm going to have to continue selling stuff, and I'm going to have to go into the process of buying to sell stuff, because I feel very financially, despite like all of the numerical success of this month, I feel like, and I have in my head, that if I don't hit my 5,000 target, I feel very financially insecure around that. And at the minute, it could be because I'm just feeling really unorganized. And I think it's a conversation that, like, financial insecurity is a weird one, because that's something completely different to other people. Like, we saw hopefully, if you're watching, you've seen my week 1 reconciliation, and like May, it's like the first time in like 3 months where all the money's there for me to do everything I want to do. And yet I'm kind of looking beyond that and going, yeah, but I still don't know if I'm getting a full wage. It looks like I am, but I'm hesitant, and I won't find out for 3 or 4 days beforehand. And then what's June going to bring around the corner, and what's July going to bring? And I'm not very good at hitting my goals because I'm not very organised. Hi. And I want to get to the point where I can build something sustainable in the background and not just be farting around like a blue ass fly, basically. So I think these are whoopsies. Are we whoopsies with stickers? No, we are packs. Okay, I have a home for you. And that's just what it's felt like, just behind the scenes. And then it's like, what do you disclose? What don't you disclose from a health perspective? Like, you kind of skirt around the issue a little bit and go, well, I don't know if I want to say that because nothing's officially diagnosed yet, but it's being tested, and this is the massive impact it's going to have. And do I talk about that now? And it's just, life is a bit overwhelming at the minute, guys. So the immediate focus, that was me floor binning the cartridges. At the minute, the immediate focus is tonight, obviously, try and plough through some of the desk stuff, which is what I'm doing. Tomorrow, do a little bit more kind of, because every room needs a bit of attention. Some rooms need more attention than others. The only room that doesn't need attention actually is the conservatory, and that's because I've not touched it because my dad's been in there. Get the vintage orders that I have sold out and dispatched in time for the weekend. Get the obviously this live will serve as the video for today, and then tomorrow film a video ahead for the weekend. I'd love to film a car boot video, but I don't know of a way I can do it without me spending money on like one of those mounts for your chest for your phone, which I don't particularly want to do. And also kind of, because my dad's going to be there, there's no way I'm going to be able to film and not get my dad in, because he's stealing a corner of my table, which was the bribery price basically for having another person come along and do it with me. So tomorrow I hopefully won't get too worn out, and then get a video done. Hopefully I can get some more done for the weekend, and try and build a batch up. That would help massively, because I don't want to fall behind on videos in the way that I have done. Then I want to go ahead, get all of the stuff sorted for the car boot, packed up, and ready. I mean, I might be able to film like clips of it before my dad gets here, so I could film a little bit of like, this is the stuff that's going in. I can kind of do like little video clips with a narration maybe over the top. I mean, one thing I've had for 2 years, which would have been a massive game changer for some of the videos I wanted to do and just never did. I got this for Christmas 2 years ago. Hang on. And it is sat, thanks. It is sat underneath my desk for 2 years, and it's like a full recording microphone kit, which like, I don't think my sound is awful. It definitely varies when I come closer, but I've had that, like, I've not had to pay for, because it was a Christmas present that I asked for, and it is still like wrapped. So I either sell it or I make use of it. And to be fair, like I want to be able to start kind of doing things that actually have the narration aspect. So I need to get this set up. So this is kind of like the impetus of me getting this set up and done. It is going to go back underneath the desk for now with the pile of wires that need a cable tidy. Right, you can go here for now because you're not done. And then I've got a pile of bags for challenges and orders that need a home. So I have a home for them, so we're getting there. It is just a shame that I can't set that camera up. But yeah, like I said, I like my privacy. I love stencils as well. I'll try and put something out because it's a massive car boot. It really is. Like, I last did this one beyond the one that I've done recently. So I'm going back to the same one that I did really well in April. I was last there like 2 years ago, and I think I maybe made 30 quid. And for such a big car boot, I was really disappointed. And then I switched to one that was like an hour away. But it kind of regularly delivered like £70 plus for me, especially when I was doing it in the summer. So it wasn't like numbers in excess of like 150, but it was regular, and I could kind of cover my pitch, cover my fuel, and that was like profit. So I'd cover my fuel, my profit, my fuel, my pitch fee. If I'd bought like a meal deal or something to have, all of that would be covered, and then I'd walk away with like 70, let's just say an average of £80 a week, and it was every weekend. Whereas this was like a big one, and everyone thought they were closing because they were going to sell the site to build houses. And then I think financially they realised like long term they would get the same, if not more money if they ran it, and just expanded it. So it's every 2 weeks, and it is a massive field. I mean, they go all out with like bouncy castles. There's easily 20 to 30 rows of cars each side of the bouncy castle, with an overflow car park that literally like pens in both sides. It's massive. And I just went back and did it. So I've got similar stuff to go back. I've got stuff that I haven't, that are just like not really selling on Vinted, mainly because I've not put much effort into my Vinted. I know I'll slap myself on the wrist. So it's just trying to get, I'm just, trying to get on top of like a mountain of stuff, basically. And discovering that I have a lot of storage. Does anyone else just like breed storage? I feel like I breed storage. I've even selling storage at the car boot and still have more storage. Like, I'm selling storage because I have too much and then can still get rid of stuff. I need a box of my storage. I need a storage box for the storage. Put you there. I got stuff I can Facebook Marketplace as well. Oh, I'm gutted. Sassy, I'll just ship you my storage, honestly. So parents went, those were the kind of family members that weren't around in April, and they were on the other side of the world in Australia visiting family. So I got a St. Christopher. I got this, which is lovely. If anyone ever saw Charmed back in the 2000s, we were obsessed. My mum, my sister and I, and then we got my mum into it. And if you ever saw Charmed, it's like mum saw it and she was like, I just saw it, I thought of Charmed, and then I thought of you too. So it's like your own little like book. So that's adorable. And then I got a fridge magnet, which we will never ever object to. I got another fridge magnet, which we will, oh wait, I'm not actually saying that I'll never object to. And then I do work with crystals, and then this one, someone's trying to have the car broken into. I do work a lot with crystals, and then mum picked it up and she was like, yeah, this is a you crystal, and it is a me crystal. I know it's just like a basic one that you can get from like most places, but it does things if you're into that kind of stuff. So I got presents that I need to find a home. And I got more notebooks. So I'm trying to go through and work through my notebooks because we discussed like really early on in the live, when the whole like Mr. Weirdo ASMR was like, hi, talk to me. He was like, we were talking about the fact that like you always need a new notebook for stuff, and I have a very deep drawer full of notebooks that Mum buying me a new one doesn't help, that I'm trying to go through and work through. So I need to keep these up here because those are next. Postcards. I love collecting postcards. I need to frame them. So always have a postcard with a cat. The Victoria and Albert Museum is like a second home to me. I love it. And one thing I did when this is a fantastic exhibition. I don't think it's on anymore, but it was amazing. Like hands down, just amazing for like sheer detail and creativity. One exhibition I am going to, which my sister and I booked as soon as we could, they've got a Cartier exhibition at the Victoria and Albert Museum, and I need to go and see sparkly things. So I'm going to go see sparkly things in June. I will be buying postcards because I will know that the photography will not be appropriate. So I will show you the postcards of the super fancy, yeah, people want Tiffany's, I want Cartier. That just kind of tells you where my taste lies. But I will, I might even just do like a little bit of a vlog style filming, like of the V&A. If ever you travel to London and you want a recommendation to go see, the Victoria and Albert Museum, book the day, is amazing. Like hands down, my favourite museum that you can get to. The British Museum, like the Science Museum, Natural History Museum, like Victoria and Albert. It's just, I don't have words. If I had a splurge fund, it would not be big enough to accommodate Cartier jewellery, but I would have the Cartier jewellery. If I had a splurge fund, it would be an annual membership, hands down. But instead I just buy postcards, because why not? Oh, hang on. Right, there's you. Right, I'm getting there. I'm making my way through so many boxes and I'm just uncovering more storage needs. Jerry Cinnamon, live at Hampton Park. Fantastic performer, fantastic album. Fully recommend, especially the live one. It's amazing. It's kind of like everything you want in live music. You need to go up here. So you're going there. So in terms of like how things are looking, can I detach you? Okay. Say hi, chat. Let's detach. Okay, let's go for a wander, guys. No, I know orientation's locked. Stop it. Cool. So in terms of like how things are looking, it still doesn't look like much, but this is the current setup. So all of this storage is completely different. This wasn't here before. For perspective, when I started the live, there was stuff all the way up to here. We're getting through it. And then I've got this box that I need to work through. This box that I need to work through. The printer is underneath there, that's fine. And then that stuff that's going in the car boot, so that's disappearing. Under the desk, not looking great. We've got wires. That's more storage. That is, I think, budgeting stuff in that one there. That is a pile of paperwork. I don't know what's in that box. That box is stuff that came off the shelves last time. That, I think, is blank envelopes. Let's have a look. Let's get you over here. And then this is what we're starting to build out. So I've got floor-to-ceiling Kallax. And the idea is that anything that is like budgeting supply is going to go in and around this. So the biggest regret I did was that when I paid out, this would have been January last year, so January 2024, I only ordered 3 of these inserts and I should have gone for 4 or 5, possibly 6. So I've got those there. I've got some stuff that's starting to bulk out down there. This is where I said I pre-bought Christmas presents and stuff. That's all in there. And then I've got my gift wrap and things. That is the box of stickers. Yeah. And then in there, in terms of what's building out, and I know the lighting's rubbish in here, I need to replace the light bulb, guys. In there is basically the walk-in wardrobe. Can I get it around there without breaking a leg? Oh, it's just, no, not quite. There's just stuff. This is the issue. So I know the lighting's not great. There is no lighting. So I've got all of the stuff up there that I need to deal with. Some of it is car bootable. Some of it just needs to go to a charity shop. And then this is everything I'm sorting out. Car boot, charity shop, vintage / selling. And this is a whole walk-in wardrobe. And I know the lighting is awful. And I can literally walk all the way down here. And then I've got some random bags of stuff. And then the idea is that, like, standard black trousers, I'm just going to fold t-shirts and stuff and fill out 1, 2 and 3. And so I have this for clothes to get rid of, and then downstairs is like constantly working through stuff. Down here at the minute is 2 bags of stuff that I've already pulled out for a car boot. This I think I'm going to Facebook Marketplace. I want to try and get rid of it. Obviously we have the mattress where my friend stays on. But in terms of like how the room itself is looking, it's... I'm going to try and get stuff on the walls. And then we've got that there. So I just want furniture along here. There is then space for the mattress to be made up into like a spare bed. I would love a single sofa bed in here, but again, it's just money that I don't have at the minute. And then I've got all of these bags to go through and sort through. And this area there, the only thing I might try and get my hands on, so I'll either see if my dad's got a 3D printer now, so he might 3D print me one, is a couple of like stand up like organisers that you can get, like that you put paperwork and stuff in. And then the rest of the house is, it's uncomfortable, it's difficult. Like I am chipping away at it, and we are getting there, like massively getting there. Especially tonight, the amount I've chipped away at tonight just while I've been on with you guys. And I can't believe I've been on for an hour and a half. It's been a long time since I've gone that long. I'll try and be off by 10 because I will need to sleep. Don't fall! We've made it so far. Yeah, like there's stuff. One thing I can recommend, if I can recommend anything from a budgeting perspective, if I'm allowed to recommend anything from a budgeting perspective, is get yourself down to like a card fair or a card factory. At various points throughout the year, they'll have like 8 cards for £1, and they're all like basic stuff like this, or I'm trying to see if I can find them. Stuff like that, or stuff like this. Like, if I can recommend anything, just keep blank cards, because then you have got them. And if you're in there and you see them, or you're in a charity shop and someone's selling, like, I mean, they won't be selling Rendell for a 10p, but get them, because this box has absolutely saved my bacon on so many occasions. So I would recommend going ahead, if I can recommend anything, and doing that. Like, there's a few things that just make life a little bit easier. Same for like gift bags and wrapping paper in the sale after Christmas. And then I also make sure that I have like a basic floral, a basic like tartany check, and then like a silver and a gold that I can just that I get as part of like my Christmas wrapping paper. And then I use those 4 throughout the year for like birthdays and Mother's Days and Father's Days and like leaving stuff. And I always get them in sale. Yeah, it took years, but I finally got Mum onto it as well. We'll go there, and we have an empty bag that we can put stuff in to sell. And the paints are going to go back downstairs, so they need to go away, and we're going to look at what's in here. I don't even know. Let's hope there's nothing identifying in here. No, we just have more stickers. Okay, what's in this one then? Sorry for the ASMR clapping around. Right, what have I got? This is Nicole is going to attempt to do cash envelopes. So we kind of need to keep hold of you. But ideally you need to go in a clear box so I don't forget about you. Because that is the problem. I forget. If I do not see it through a clear box, it does not exist. Therefore, let's move these into here. Because these are sealed. So these can go in a tray. I just don't have trays. For sale at some point when I get organised. Okay. Okay. Oh, but there's so much in here. Why are there pegs in here? I don't understand when did I even do this? This is not this year. This is not a this year thing. I mean, this year is only 5 months old. When did I do this? Okay, that's in a clear box. We now know what that is. That weirdly can go with that stuff and that can sit there. Cool. That's the pile of stuff that I need to trim down. Can't believe you guys are still with me. Why do I have tiny pegs? I don't understand why I have a box of tiny pegs. Okay, I'm fairly sure they can be car booted. I don't know why I have them. Why do I have them? Chat, tell me why I have them. Why have I made half my life choices the way I have? Will you fit in here? Let's have a look. Hopefully, I mean, I hope that like the replay crew, because there is always a replay crew. Hopefully the replay crew will be like, yes, she's my body double. I can tidy while she's tidying. Like, go ahead, do it. I genuinely don't mind. Like, even if no one were watching and no one in the chat, I would still record and do this, and I would still talk to thin air, because it's a way of me tricking myself into doing this. And that to me is the most important, because I would physically feel much more comfortable on the sofa right now, in terms of like physical discomfort. But the mental side of I need to deal with this problem and it's not going anywhere, and I'm not also like, I don't want to fall back into the habit of being an inconsistent uploader, because not fair on the viewers and the community that have supported me for like 2 months. And by supported me, I mean watching a video or liking or commenting or lurking or donating and buying stuff, which just, yeah, I will never not be shocked by and will never not have words for. So for me to then drop off the radar when like things seem okay, I don't think is fair for me. And also it means that like I don't do stuff like this. I don't keep an eye on my gold. Christmas card hangers on a string. That's probably what they were. And I don't get Christmas cards. I know that's awful. Like, that's car boot, 50p. There we go. 50p for a pack of mini pegs. Someone will want them. What have we got here? Paper bows. If any of these are missing, can I just remove the page though? Why do I have this? I know what this was. Right, okay. If you've been around here for a while, I picked up a massive, I mean, this was when the desk was like the other side of the room underneath the window. I picked up some massive papercraft embossing, die cutting stuff. So I was still buying and selling stuff then. And it's definitely binder decoration. It's paper though, and it's crap paper. It's not good paper. Like you wouldn't get them on, they wouldn't stay on your binders. I think this is for card making. And I think it's come from that massive haul, and I've managed to sell on most of that haul. I think like I've got a few paper packs and stuff like this, which is going in the card boot. And to be fair, it should shift. All right, card boot you, I think. Mostly intact. Yeah, card boot you, that'll do. Die cut paper bows in 2 sizes. Yeah, but what? It wasn't great paper, guys, to be honest. All of this is worth keeping. All of that is worth keeping. Okay. I'll get to you in a second, Donna. If I look up and get distracted by chat, this box never gets finished. More paper clips. When did I buy them and think they were a good idea? At some point I was going to do something with paper clips. I couldn't tell you what it is right now. We'll just put you 50p. 50p for them is fair. Ickle & Co. See, that's the thing as well. There are so many budgeting shops that used to be around, like Simple Budgets, that just did really like unique stuff. I mean, I loved Simple Budgets. I spent so, and Budget with Zoe. Yeah, like they just. I don't. I mean, Budget with Zoe had a YouTube channel, but I don't think Simple Budget, like mandala challenges and stuff, that were really popular and really, really well liked. And she did just disappear. And I have toyed with doing mandala challenges because they were so fun to colour in and do. But then I feel really strongly about like, don't be a prat and obviously copy someone else's designs, but that someone else is no longer in the active in the community. So I don't know. Little Sticker Book and More. I don't think I've used any of this. If I haven't, then it's been in this box for like a year and a half, and we can just get rid of it. Yeah, we'll just get rid of you. We'll sell you around. Mandala binders. Sassy, you can get them on Temu. I know the ones you mean. They're also sat in mine. You can get them in like Temu and Shein, and in Amazon they're marked up for like double the price. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, thank you, Jerry. Yeah, I want to start using my own savings challenges because like I made them for me to use, which is partly why I'm like, come on, Nicole, like get going. Like get yourself sorted, get going on this, because then actually I can do this. Like I desperately want to like use my spring one. I want my like I've got these ones like here ready for me to use because I want to use them, and like I'd started to use them. I need to update my pension savings because I've still been paying a pension all this time. Look at me being a responsible adult and yet not being able to afford everything. Well, you I can keep. Right. Keeping you in here until I can get some more clear trays. And I will not be spending money on those anytime soon. So we shall keep you. And you can sit. These fit. Oh, so close. Yes. And then you can sit on the side. Nice. What am I going to do with you? You're too wide. You're too wide unless I just lay you flat for now. I love stencils. Donna, I love decluttering, but the problem is I then buy more stuff and end up with more stuff because I forget that I own said stuff, or I sell said stuff and realise I needed it all along. It's a problem. I mean, with your narrow boat, are you getting more or less space? Because if you're going from a narrow boat to a 1-bedroom house, do you have enough space, or is it the size of the stuff because it's had to fit into a narrow boat that means that everything's got to shift around and change? I mean, if I wasn't deathly afraid of like water and boats, the spoiler alert, I am. You will not get me on a boat ever. I saw Jaws, right. Fun bit of trivia for you. My dad thought it was appropriate to show me the original version of the film Poseidon when I was 7 years old. Nightmares for weeks. Then I saw Titanic way too early. Then in year 8, so I would have been like 12, in the English lesson, they decided to show us Jaws the movie. Different times, guys. And yeah, I can't do boats and I can't do deep water, and I am fascinated by sharks. And if I could swim and I could do all of those things and I could do my time again, I would go and be a marine biologist that studies sharks. Bit of fun fact trivia. Instead, I went down an arty-farty route, and I'm still deathly afraid of boats and open water and can't do it. And for that reason, I will struggle to fly the moment we fly over open bodies of water. Like, it's a phobia. I can't do it. Like, I can at least pretend that I am in control of the car that I drive. I can't do that if I'm on a boat or a plane. it'd be a big problem. Right. At one point, that was a receipt that had writing on it. It has faded due to sun damage. I don't know how long I've had it, why I have kept it. I do not know. Yeah, I can't do it. Like, I can't swim. I can't do it. Like, it is that much of an issue for me that I feel stressed even talking about it. No. If I can't see the bottom, it's not happening, basically. And also I live in an area where there are lots of boating. It's quite a boating community. And I know a few people that live on boats, and they're always like, yeah, we can't go anywhere on Christmas because it's like the perfect time for someone to try and break into your boat and like grab stuff, because everyone assumes that you're not going to be there. And I'm like, oh, that seems like more hassle than it's worth. I'd do a van conversion, I think. Like, finances aside, I think I would do some form of van conversion, not to like live in and do van life, but certainly if I can get my health and my stamina and everything back up to a point where actually I can go hiking again and I can kind of resume my involvement with the Duke of Edinburgh Award scheme, then for me, I would want to have like a probably medium wheelbase and not a big one that that I could that would just make that comfortable, and that I could just like hop in the van, for example, on like a Friday after work afternoon, if you're ever lucky enough to get like an afternoon off scheduled, and just drive to the places that I like to kind of hike and book in on like a campsite and stuff. I'd like to do that. I think like this whole process, particularly with my budget being what it is at the minute, where like I'm looking at like a really healthy May, and it kind of makes you go, oh, I kind of want, it'd be quite nice to have this all the time, and then I can deal with like the debts, and then I have even more money, and then I can get on top of my savings, and then I'll feel more comfortable. And I think the other side of that is I'd like to be able to do that type of thing and just have it as like a weekender, or kind of get an older motorhome and like strip it out and like remodel it and things like that. Like I love the little Talbots. I think they're adorable, and like the little micro campers and stuff. And it's just it's a silly dream, but yeah, for how long I've been doing and had an intro saying like I'm on a debt payoff journey and I'm trying to fix years of financial misbehavior, it does very much feel like for the past, since November 2023, like there was a brief like 2-month window where everything was like I was doing the stuff, and then from like November 2023, it's just been like, cool, what other crisis is going to come my way? And it almost feels like just disingenuous now, being like I'm on a debt payoff journey and I'm on all of this, because it's like I've been on this for the amount of debt that I have, which is relatively small now. I will film that debt update video, guys, when I'm organised and finish it off. It does feel like if I can get on top of everything and I can get my income back up and stable and I can get that kind of extra 250, I'd love to be like, let's smash this out in 10 months. Because I feel like in that scenario, if everything were nailed down and there was a proper routine and everything was regular and like we know what Bowie's costs are going to be and there were savings there, if I can nail it down and go 10 months, let's smash this out of the park, let's do this, this is where every single extra penny is going to, because I've got on top of these other areas, it's doable. It's a debt that could be cleared in a year if I put the right things in place. So it's, yeah, I'd like to kind of come on and be like, right, this starts now. So that's kind of what I want to be able to use kind of the 5,000 for. It's getting back up on track, because I've very much been off track, and kind of going, right, Christmas is covered and the emergency fund is covered and Bowie needing another blood test is covered, right, let's go. Because there's like 3 or 4 things which at the minute are an immediate barrier to me being able to, I think, go 8 to 10 months, let's do this, let's go. Because it's not a 5-figure debt amount, it's a 4-figure debt amount. It's the larger end of a 4-figure debt amount, but at the minute, with everything being so tight and having been so tight and just up in the air, it's been something that I've kind of gone, I can't even think about tackling you. And I don't even know how I would start to tackle you right now. Which is never fun. Right, one last box. Let's get this last one cleared. And will it give me the tray? It will give me the tray. And I need those envelopes downstairs, so that's wonderful. Yet another notebook. Yet another empty notebook. Yet another empty bullet journal. Why? Why? Yeah, that's my diary that I kept throughout COVID. We're not going to open that. Right. Do we keep the blank bullet journals or do we... Right, chat, I need a verdict because I'm not sure. It's got a tear. Will you rub off? Let's have a look. Right, do I vinted the black blank bullet journal, or do I car boot it? I will get less money if I car boot it, but I will probably definitely sell it. So car boot or vinted. I've got the space to store it, so storing it's not a problem. So car boot or vinted. Let me know your verdict. I've got, the problem is Donna. So Donna is basically saying, for those of you who are lurking and not watching the chat, Donna's saying she's found a few notebooks whilst clearing out that have got nothing in them. I have got a drawer, which is, if you tip it on its side, is this deep and incredibly wide, full of blank, unused notebooks. So I am going through and working on them. So you'll have seen me when I'm doing my like daily tracking of the 5,000 challenge, you'll see me working a notebook like this. I'm trying to go through and work through them. What I've got there though is a leather blank bullet journal that's a soft leather notepad, that's a soft leather, and yeah. Oh, Donna, I found payslips from my first actual proper paid job, because my first paid job was my granddad went up the pub and I was 15. My granddad went up the pub in the village where I grew up, where he was friends with the barman, and the barman was like to my granddad, oh yeah, does your granddaughter want a job? Because we've just lost a waitress and a pot washer. And my granddad was like, yeah, of course she does. So before I know it, before I commit to it, I'm earning £2.50 an hour at my local pub, serving pints when I should not have been, at 15 years old, and being a pot wash and a waitress. And the barman's wife was this, I mean, they were older. She would have been in her 50s or 60s. She was Lithuanian, and she was the most terrifying person I have ever met. But like, what she cooked was fantastic. So I learned to cook a load. Like, the first things I learned to cook, and I'm not of Eastern European origin, was Lithuanian and other Eastern European cuisines. And she was like, you don't know how to cook a steak? I will show you how to cook a steak. And I was 15 years old going like, I can just about boil pasta. Okay, throw me in at the hard end. And then my birthday present when I was 18 was national minimum wage, which was £4.83 an hour. And yeah, it was, that job was mad. But that was me going like, thanks, Grandad. I didn't want to go work at the grotty village pub, but I guess I have. And then I stuck at it because it was just easier. And it was cash in hand, and I could get paid whenever I wanted. So if I wanted like money for going out, I'd just be like, can I get paid, please? Oh, you owe me 30 quid. Yeah. And that's what we did. And some of these need to go downstairs. This whole thing needs to go downstairs. And I need the tray, so we're going to keep the tray. So yeah, I should do a video on like pay through the years or something, or like the first job that I had all the way through to, and the variety of jobs I had and where and how long they lasted and what I get paid for them. Because while I was freelancing and running my own business, throughout that time I was also picking up like the odd part-time job here or there. So there was a point where like my part-time CV was like 3 pages long. I think I was an Argos Christmas temp. I worked for EE, the phone company, right after they'd merged with T-Mobile and Orange. That was fun. I worked for Greggs. I've worked for Starbucks. I've worked for, where else have I worked for? I worked for Fat Face Clothing, White Stuff Clothing, Sea Salt Clothing, because the staff discount was fantastic. Hello, 70% off. Then I went back to Fat Face Clothing. Then I went to, what else have I done? Where else have I gone? I worked for 2 months as a buyer. I worked as a buyer's assistant for a independent family run department store. That was weird. They were like stuck in the 70s, on both fashion, and then like I bought gardening supplies, and then I went and did Christmas. That was mad and terrifying. Then, well, this was all while as well I was working in film and TV, and I would just bounce between them all. Then I did BP garages I've worked for. Do not recommend. They wreck your health. Yeah. I've done just loads and loads and loads of like little jobs. That like, and yeah, like my first wage was it like £2.50 an hour under the table? And then like £4.83 when I was 18 for minimum wage. And then yeah. And I did a thing with the kids this week where we're looking at fast fashion. These are like our little year 8s, so they're like 12 and 13. So we're looking at like fast fashion and how impossible it is to basically have a fast fashion company that pays a living wage and treats their workers well and still offers the same pricing that we're used to from the likes of Shein and Temu and Amazon Basics and stuff. And the whole point is they're meant to build me this sustainable fast fashion company business that does all of these things and is still fast fashion and still can still offer the prices. And obviously the answer is they can't. And I had to pull the minimum wage pricing, and I think it's like £7.50 for like a 16-year-old. And I was like, oh. And then the kids were like, I wouldn't go to work for £7.50. And I'm sitting there thinking, I went to work for £2.50. And I was glad for the money. And Yeah, so many people like, so yeah, I think I'll probably do like a video on like first jobs and like what we've got paid, and then I'll probably just like say like down in the comments below, like let me know what your first job. So Sassy was like, her first jobs at 12 or 13, and it was the paper round. So we couldn't get paper rounds because there was one major town, and you would only get a paper round if you lived within a few streets, because like it was a family run like news agents for like 200 years, so they only recruited from a few certain streets. And then Donna has also said her first one was a Saturday job in Martin McColl news agents. £11 in the day for the day. Yeah. And like we were glad for that money, guys. Like that was like peak. I can remember so obviously like we're talking now about the fact that my budget and my normal salary, let's just call it for ease of numbers 2,000, it's 1,987 is what it should be when I'm not on half pay, but let's just say for 2,000. We're looking at the fact that right now like my budget has been like capped at 2,000, and at times it's not felt like enough. I can remember 11 years ago working for EE, and I was part-time, so it was 15 hours plus commission, and I was earning like 600 a month was probably like what I was taking home on average, and some months were better than others, but I was crap at sales basically. I didn't like aggressively selling broadband to little old ladies who wanted to know where their phone line wasn't working, and that was very much kind of where I stood on that. So I was not a good salesperson, and I can remember thinking like, oh, £600 is more than enough. Why on earth would I need any more? I could spend so much if I earned more. And then that was kind of like a job out of uni, and then I very quickly went into freelancing and was like, yeah, I'm just gonna like go into something so much more insecure than commission and a salary. But yeah, I might do that. Yeah, I'll probably get that down. I'll add that to the stack of videos that I need to film, along with the preppers videos, or the very kind of like £5, £10, £15 like budget Sainsbury's, Tesco like shop thing that I was doing that I need to do. Jer's first job was in an office for $1.35 for the summer. Jeez, so on exchange rate, that would be less than £1 an hour. Yeah, but this is the thing, like those little jobs, like just like the Saturday job, or like in my case, my granddad going, yeah, I'll stick my 15-year-old granddaughter behind the bar. Hey, mate, my granddad offered me a cigarette when I was 11 years old. Like times were different back then, and I'm 33. Like it's okay. He got a massive telling off by my mum. But yeah, like, and you do that, or you just walk in and you go, can I have a paper round? And like, yeah, they just, not all kids don't do this, but a lot of the kids just like don't. They're not very good at being uncomfortable. I will bring the shopping haul, and the shopping haul, for those of you who are like lurking and are new, it's not me going, I've spent all my money and bought stuff. I have had an extra pantry, let's call it that way, because I'm not a prepper in those words. I've had an extra pantry, even if it's just like a storage tub under the bed, for years, since I started living independently. Like mum instilled that on me. £1.2 an hour, yeah, that's horrendous. And anytime I talk about it, there is inevitably a comment of, how do I start that? I don't know what to do. So I started, I want to say October last year, basically with the intention of going like, cool, I've got a £5 extra to spend, and I want to just put a couple of tins aside just for like when times get tough. And times get tough being like, hi, the cost of living is extortionate, or I can't get to the shops because I'm ill. What would I buy? And it was, my goal and intention was going around like a Lidl, an Aldi, a Tesco's, a Super, Sainsbury's, an Asda, and then probably a Waitrose or an M&S, because you can get some interesting things from those two shops, certainly. And doing kind of like a little series and comparing which was better for value. Obviously, I know costs and stuff change, but and it was something I'd started doing. And then the more I started doing it, the more I realised that actually I really wanted to like properly edit it. and properly narrate it and kind of have accurate, like, I paid this price for it when I bought this item 2 months ago, it's now this, with like a pop-up or an alternate kind of rotation. And because it's just another gone on a pile of not being able to get done and get organised, basically. We get there for sure. Right, I think, you lovely lot, I need to now wind down because I do have to be up and teaching. I have to teach. My colleague and I are sharing my year 11s, so we are running as a revision exercise a Dungeons and Dragons campaign for engineering, where they have to solve. Obviously, the campaign relies on them using their engineering knowledge to answer questions and solve problems and defeat the baddies. So I've got that first thing tomorrow, and then I've got year 7s who are just mad. Like, yeah, they need to spend a couple more years in primary school before they reach us, basically. So thank you to those of you who have stayed, like, for 2 hours, like, held at least like 15, 16 people watching. So thank you so much to those of you in the chat. Like, thanks for commenting. To my lurkers, I'm with you. Nothing like a good lurk. And yeah, for those of you who are watching this on the replay, I hope that I've kept you company while you organise. And yeah, this will basically be today's video. And then I will get a video recorded with the aim of getting another one released in the Saturday, and we're going to end with Jer going in 1975, so $1.35. So that wasn't bad money actually for then. So living in Heidelberg, WG. Washing? No, I don't know what. I'm not even going to pretend that I know about American geography, because geography I stopped taking in year 8 and then I skived those lessons. It's a good idea of keeping us high school kids busy in the summer and gave us bar and disco club money. Oh, it kept me busy. My bar job kept me busy and then gave me spending money. So I wholeheartedly agree. So we're going to end on that one. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Yeah, it's been lovely having you all, and thanks for sticking with me for like 2 hours. And I will greatly enjoy seeing how watching this one back, I think, especially at the beginning with Mr. Leonardo Goon Caprio, who joined us. I will now love you and leave you. I'm going to attempt to live and exit gracefully. We know it's not going to happen. Don't rotate back. What are we doing? Like so. Thanks so much, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful attempting to leave gracefully. Not happening. Am I sure that I want to stop streaming? Bye, guys. Love you all. Speak to you next time. Bye-bye for now.